I've only had a glass. I've only had one glass. Yet and still, there's always, there's already some foolishness coming down, but it's okay because it is the virtual birthday party for Gwendolyn G.R. Houston Jack, because that's just, like I am going to celebrate myself, which is part of our message today. I'm going to celebrate myself. So I do have my little cocktail. I will tell you all what it is in a little bit. First things first, let me get some music going because I need to get that going, and then we're going to get right into it. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Gwendolyn G.R. Houston Jack. This is Girl, Listen. And today is not one of our normal shows per se. This is the virtual birthday party that I typically do. This is the second time right before it's the actual birthday, which is on September 17th. Lord allows, please, Lord. But I like to go ahead and talk about it because, we're not going to take things for granted here. We're not taking things for granted. So I will say this, mama's going to be mama. She's going to show up. And I want to make sure that everybody does have something to toast with. It can be sparkling water. It can be regular water. You can have your tea. I am doing today, hold up. wait a minute, let me get this. Hold on. It's all wet and stuff. I am doing mimosa. We're doing mimosa today. This is mimosa bubbles, and it has a pineapple and orange profile, which is always great, for everything, right? So imagine that in a bottle and it's fizzy. Even better. I love it. So that's what I'm celebrating with. My sister is here. Jessica is here in the building. She brought her confetti. Oh my God. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for bringing I got my confetti because I gotta make sure that I celebrate myself because that's just what this is. And we're celebrating you too. But before I get into all of that, because I do have a slight sermon. For the day. It is TGIFF. That G is Fire Fridays. We're starting here first. We're going to roll over to Indie Suit Media at 7 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We're going to roll over there and continue with another episode of Girl Listen and Ladies Listen Up. So I just want to make sure that, this is where we start. We kind of get ourselves together. You know how you used to do when you got to the club, how we used to do, because I don't do it anymore. But I want to make sure that we start someplace and then keep it going. And yes, it is 49. Is that you? Yeah, 49. Now, I'm not going to brag about my parents' DNA and the genes I picked up. I'm going to brag about my genes really quick. Y'all can't tell me that we're not rocking 49. You can't, look, you can't tell me. Which is, of course, the poll question of the day. Do you feel great about your age? Because I get that society will have us thinking that we shouldn't feel good about getting older and you should pretend like you're 21, which no offense, nothing happens in your 20s. I'm just saying, you really can't do much. Let's just be honest. You're literally milk on the breath. So 21, 20s is not where it's at. 30s, you start getting into something. And then by 40, you are in your stride. So as I shimmy, as my friend Joe says, shimmy my way to 50, I feel great about my age. I have no issues telling people how old I am. And I have no issues either having my readers close. Because, Gwendolyn has things going on, but the doctor says, okay, if you wear your contacts, you're going to have to wear your readers. So I know I have my readers just in case. Hey, shout out to my partner, my show partner. Chris Edwards is here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. And let me do it. Now, I have two confetti poppers before I get into the celebration. And I do want to talk about some stuff because this is not just like, being able to see a birthday, take it back, being able to get up every day is that daily blessing. Some of us didn't get up this morning, and some of us are letting go of a loved one, right? So we don't want to miss those everyday blessings that we honestly just really forget. I got up this morning, I have all my limbs, my wonky eyes are working. Like, let's not sleep on them blessings. Let's not sleep on those blessings. You know what I'm saying? Because we're only here for a limited time. We really are a special series. Enjoy this while we are here. So I've got this one. I love this one, but I think I'm going to do the other guy. Like, is this not the cutest thing? Like, this is such a G thing. It's a wine bottle that is a popper, but I don't know if it's going to bring the juice that I want. So I got another cannon. Hold up. I have another cannon. I'm keeping somebody in business. That much I know. And I need to, hold up. I need to cover my drink. I don't want this in my drink. We don't want to waste good alcohol. We don't want to waste good alcohol. That we're not going to do. So as I have done in the past, and I have done this quite often, actually in the home without being on camera. So this is not a new thing for me. But, I just want to thank the good Lord for bringing me this far. If you were in my life in any shape or form, I thank Him for you too. Because this life journey, without really good humans, I don't understand what it would be like. I don't understand. I have an amazing family who are ride or die. Again, my sister Jess is in the building. Love her for showing up today. Love her for showing up. I've got great colleagues and partners. Shout out to Chris, who is pushing my creativity. So I appreciate him for that. And, I got really good friends across the board. And just when you think, I don't know about this life, or when you start complaining, think to yourself, there is somebody out there who is begging and wishing for what you have. Keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? We are blessed beyond measure. So with that, Gwendolyn, let me make sure I get this right. Okay. We are going to just hope. No, hope is not a strategy. It's really a wish without a plan. But I am praying for myself and everybody else a beautiful September. And whoa, my God. Wow. Oh my God, I love it. Woo. Okay. Yeah, that was awesome sauce. Yeah, that was that was louder than I anticipated. Oh my God. Okay. I love confetti though. I love the confetti as it's literally all over the place at this point. So let me get into what I want to talk about really quick. Let me get into it because this is why we're here. I want to talk about, oh wait, I can't move my mouse. I got all the confetti and there's confetti down my back. I want to talk about what's going on. Before I go there, I want to just do a quick in memory of, because September is a different month. It really is. At least for me, it is. I know we just let go of James Earl Jones, and he has an amazing voice, but for me, he was a symbol of what was possible for a child who stuttered, right? When I found out that James and Bruce Willis, some amazing actors, were out there doing all of this voice work, I thought, Gwendolyn, there is a place for you. There is a place, a path for you. And I just thought, okay, so what can I do with my voice? So I understand when he found his voice, it just took off. I got it, because exact same experience. So I just want to remember him. And then also I have some loved ones that we have let go in September. My Aunt Mildred, my mother's aunt, beautiful, beautiful woman. She is a fellow Virgo, so I want to recognize her. And then my husband's grandmother, my granny, right? She literally passed away on my birthday last year. So it was a little somber. it was one of those difficult things where you want to celebrate, but you're also getting ready for a funeral. It's one of those, but we are coming and going every day. We are. So whoever you have around you, you make sure you hug them. If you haven't called somebody, pick up the phone, make a phone call. Nothing against text messages, but just hearing the voice. You're going to want that message. I just want to say that. Let me go ahead and put that out there. And of course, my daddy, who is he was a character, so I get it honest. My dad passed away on September 3rd 2022. Let me not get together because it feels like it's all together. But 2022, and he and my mother set a beautiful example of what marriage looked like. Again, they have lived all of their vows: sickness, health, rich, poor, happy, good, like all the vows. And so I live my life because of how they lived it, and they have done some amazing things. But Pops was that guy. Now, my mama hasn't had a really good home cooked meal since then. So technically, one of us for a kid should go back and like cook her a really good meal. We'll probably put that on. Well, let's see what we got. Well, there's Thanksgiving. Take it back. No, we have done Thanksgiving. Take it back. We have done Thanksgiving. So I should say it like that. But we'll do something else for her. We'll definitely do something else because mother needs those really good meals. You know what I'm saying? Like, she needs them because Pops cooked for her. Even after she retired, he had food on the table for his wife. So quick side note for all these guys out here who were like, women don't cook like they used to. Let me tell you real quick. My daddy cooked for my mama all of his life up until he could not stand anymore, right? So you got a guy who is working with stage 4 lung cancer, and he's like, my wife got to eat, right? So he was doing it up until that point. So just quick little note there. Yeah. Let me leave it at that. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it with all of this here. as my sister says, his cooking was the best. Man, if there's anything my dad did, because it was his career path, it was cook. That was his love language. And there was nothing like coming off the road from Arlington and Pops having my cocktail ready. Woo! Like when my husband came to visit, he had a whole surf and turf ready for him. I'm like, I can't get a surf and turf. Like, I just want to know. So yeah, Pops did that. If he loved you, he was cooking for you. So you knew you were loved. There was no need to be like, well, I think I love you now. Pops got in that kitchen. Oh, that's all we needed. Hey, shout out to Chris R. And thank you. Yes, I'm looking forward to this next wave of age. As my mother says, yes, it was. He was an amazing private chef. And I have his skills. I'm not going to lie to you like that. I got Pop skills. So here's my message, because some people think it's a tad bit too much to be out here celebrating yourself, bigging upping yourself, and all those things. Newsflash, the person you're waiting to acknowledge you is you. That's the person you're waiting for. Now, I know that birthdays, people start feeling some kind of way because so-and-so didn't call them, so-and-so didn't give them a message, so-and-so didn't come to their party, and all this stuff. It starts with you. I know it sounds wonky, like I don't understand. Self-love is the best love. And for people to show and know how to appreciate you, you got to do that for yourself first. So yes, I throw myself a party. My husband last year was a little upset with me because I went out, I bought myself more bottles of champagne. I bought myself more confetti poppers. Hence, that's why they're no longer allowed in the kitchen. And I even got myself a cake. And he was like, how did you know that I didn't want to do this for you? Well, I didn't know. Gwendolyn is going to come through for Gwendolyn. Not that my husband does not do things for me. So that's not the message. The message is I forget that there are other people who want to do things because I'm always doing stuff for me. I'm going to celebrate Gwendolyn every single day. Think about when we talk about drinking champagne or sparkling wine. People assume that it's only for a special occasion. Or when you get dressed up. What are you dressed up for? Where are you going? We're living life, people. We are living life. And while I am here, I am going to enjoy my sparkling wine and as I blow away the confetti over here, I'm going to enjoy myself and those around me. I'm not waiting for the special events, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas to celebrate. We got to stop that. We have to stop it because there's some wonky stuff going on outside these windows and these doors. And for me, when I leave my house and I get in my car, every time I do it, I say a prayer. Now, when I get up in the morning, I say a prayer there too. But when I walk out the door, I'm like, dear Lord, please allow me to get back home safely today. And everybody else who's out here on these streets, right? Just give me that grace and mercy because it's not guaranteed that when you walk out of here that you're going to come back in. I know I am 49. Okay, I'm about to be 49. I know I'm 49. But I still text my mother that I am on the road coming to Houston. I still text my husband, hey, I'm here. I'm at the park. When I go jogging and running in the morning, I'm like, hey, I'm going to the park. Stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. So celebrate today. But when you're looking for recognition, and there are a lot of us, and I do blame social media. Hey, let me know that you made it home okay, right? Like I need to know that you left and that you made it back okay. But social media has us believing that we should have some amazing, I'll say life, right? When Facebook created friends and we started connecting with people, people got this idea of, I don't have enough friends. And it's just, first of all, they're not your friends. As my mama said, everybody ain't your friend. I'm gonna say ain't, everybody ain't your friend. So check that, right? But you start getting all these numbers and they're just vanity. So for those of you who have never truly appreciated the way you were made, and you're still trying to fill that gap, that emptiness by finding followers, friends, connections, I'm not judging you, but you might want to get a little bit of therapy, right? Just check that. I don't have a lot of followers. Now, keep this too. My mama also said, be careful the company you keep. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there. Everybody ain't your friend. And as a Virgo, everybody got a box. We'll put you in a box, right? But the people I do connect with, those are genuine connections. These are not fleeting, fly-by-night relationships, right? These are genuine connections. And that's where I put my energy into. I am looking for that. So when Gwendolyn does stuff, Gwendolyn does Gwendolyn first, right? I am celebrating me first. That's not vain and it's not boasting. I know depending on what generation you came from, we were told to not brag or boast, be modest, don't do this. I'm gonna tell you right now, burn all of that. Burn all that advice. Be your best advocate. Speak up for yourself. Toot your own horn. Toot, toot, toot it. Because no one else is going to do that for you. Recognize that right now. So with that, let me also say this, that you need to make sure that you are your number one priority, okay? Put you there first. Now, my mama got a lot of knowledge. She's also a retired minister, so I can't fault her for having all this great knowledge. But mother always told us, take your time off, take your PTO, right? Because as she says, you'll be dead and gone and they will find somebody to work your shift. Yes, they will. The world will keep turning without you. So make sure that you are your number one priority. Take care of yourself first. We've talked about this with the airplane analogy. They tell you when you're in there and you lose cabin pressure, you got to put your mask on first because you can't help anybody else if you can't breathe, right? If your cup is empty, it needs to be refilled. You got to take care of yourself first. That is not selfish. It's not selfish at all. By no means. If you need to step away from something, if you have to take time to just decompress, reset, do that. Now, I know, again, our society loves to promote this hustle culture that you grind and grind and grind until you're like barely a person. And then when you retire, finally, you pretty much like kick the bucket 2 weeks later. Okay, so much for that. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for it. Your vacation does not have to be some amazing thing to Bora Bora, okay? Your vacation could just be, I'm going to go see my cousins for the weekend, or I'm going to do a staycation. I'm going to turn off the phone and everything else and just be about me. It could be like any of that, any time to yourself, just time to yourself. And don't get caught up on all these stories, by the way, too. If you're a really good storyteller, you can tell a really good story. I know that there are a number of people who like to pretend. Look at the Real Housewives. These folks have taken the time to rent mansions and cars and clothing and everything else to create a life that doesn't even exist. That is stressful. Ain't nobody got time for that. We don't have time for that. Look at what you have and say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you, dear Lord, for giving me what I have. Because it could be something else. There are people, again, who would love to have the problems that we so often complain about. Think about that for just a second. For a second. And I'm not the average consumer. I'm a high-tech person. I don't do like first gen tech. I'm not that bold. But I do like second, third gen tech. You know, the average person, if I'm not mistaken, upgrades their phone like every 3 to 4 years. I think it's either 2 to 3 or every 3 to 4 years. You're not out here rocking the latest greatest. I know folks get in line for the latest, this, that, and the other. That is a very small percentage. There are some people here who still trying to just get like basic internet. And that's real talk. Like, I mean that. I'm not like, these are not jokes here. We have a lot of blessings that I just believe at this point in time, we have to truly appreciate. And so Gwendolyn, and yes, I talked about myself in the third person. It's okay. I'm not completely crazy. That's what I like to do every day. That's what I like to do. I want to get up, talk to my mama, who, if she does not do our 6 a.m. message, we get concerns. But we do the 6 a.m. message. Everybody chimes in. And throughout the day, we just sort of chat with each other. Because we can be here and then we are gone. So I don't sleep on any birthdays, but I also don't wait for the birthday to celebrate myself. Take yourself out to dinner. Go out to the movies. Go on a cruise. Go to a wine festival, because that's where we like to vibe. Do what you want to do for yourself. Do what you want to do. Plan your very best life. Stop waiting for someone else to do it for you. That's all I'm saying. Because you be waiting till I don't know when. I mean, I don't know when. I can't really tell you. But today is today. Tomorrow's not promised, right? Isn't that the same? Like, how's it go? That's why today is the present, something like that. Some of these, I mean, you know, what can I tell you? It was an idea. But celebrate today as I celebrate this weekend, getting ready for some amazing things. And I do want to thank for every single person who tunes in either live or in the replay. I appreciate you too, because I know I'm a handful. I'm a ridiculous handful. You don't have to be here. You could be anywhere, but you've decided to be here with me. So because I do want to get back into my drink. Hold up. As I check our poll, because the poll is, let me check it. Hold up. Let me check the poll. Let me check it. The poll is, if I can find it, hold on. The poll is, do you feel good about your age? We've got, now, God dog it, Lord have mercy. I got to put on these readers. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I can't see what's going on over here. Okay, there we go. All right, 83% says yes, and then 17% says depends on the day. I was like, I can't read that fine print. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's saying. I can't tell you what it says. But let me do this as I wrap this up, because I want to make sure that I enjoy the rest of this beautiful drink and get ready for this evening on Any Soup Media. I think we're going to end it as I did last time with one more, because I just love the confetti. Can you imagine me with my grandkids when they are not going to eat it? Because right now, the oldest wouldn't eat it because he's in college. But the babies may have some problems. But I'm that grandmother. I'm not going to give the grandbabies any kind of noisemakers, but we may find some other foolishness to add to the house. That's the one that I am. All right, so we have to pop this. Okay, all right, there we are. And we have to twist it. Hold up, I need to make sure that I covered this because I don't want any of this in my cocktail. Okay, so here we go. Gwendolyn is going to, don't look at that, Gwendolyn girl. Lord bless. All right, last one. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know how to turn it. It's supposed to turn and it's not turning. I swear to God Almighty. Okay, am I not turning it right? Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my God, that's so pretty. I should probably go back and get one more of those. Oh, don't you love it? If you don't live a life with champagne and confetti, I don't know if you're living life. Let me just say that. I love it. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to this virtual birthday party. And thank you for giving me your time to enjoy my foolishness with other people. I absolutely appreciate it. You have no idea. Imagine what this is like in real life. This is why my husband, there's more confetti on the ceiling. This is why my husband is like, Gwendolyn, no more confetti. Wait until next week when the birthday really comes. Oh, I got one more confetti popper. That's the life we are living here. So with that, let me get my music. Let me get the right music. My cheeks are hurting. And I wish all of you a safe weekend. Hug your loved ones. Hug them. Make sure they know that you love them. Don't hide that love. Hug them. And if you have it, because thank you for watching another episode. Get off the air. But no, my last note was make sure you are registered to vote and that you know where you are voting. So there you go. Now, with that, let's close it up. Thank you for watching another episode of Guuuuurl. Listen. Be sure to tune in every other Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we also invite you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.